Today we take a look at another fun Cliff Richard and the Shadow song. This is from 1963. It was taken from the movie with the same name, Summer Holiday. And indeed, it's fun to play, it is up-tempo, it brightens the mood, I suppose. Unfortunately, it's not summer here just yet, so... However, now the original recording, or actually he still does it in that key, would be E. So in this lesson we take a look at how to play it with the chord shapes in that key. So let me show you just a little bit. It would move the intro and the verses from chord 1, which would be E major, to chord 6, C sharp minor, to chord 2, F sharp minor, dominant 7 if you will, to a B7. You can stay in the same frets there, so play it as a bar or as an open chord. So playing it in this key, you need to be a little bit comfortable with bar chords. So, we go to fun and laughter on summer holiday. No worries for me, for we go to like so. That would already be the verse. Then in the middle 8, the only thing which appears there is a G sharp minor, so that would be chord 3 in the key, and then it goes down to F sharp 7, yes, dominant 7. So all of a sudden it's not minor, it takes you to B7, chord 5, back to chord 1. Let me see, we're going where the sun shines brightly. And again, we're going where the sea is blue. We see it in the movies, that's the way it's true. Yes, and there we have it, the challenge, because this is all maybe hard enough for some of you, but it also includes a key change when finishing the last middle 8. And the key change is a half step, so that makes everything a tad harder. If it would be like a whole step, that would be okay, you know, going from C to D, or from D to E, or from G to A, that is all fine. A half step is usually a tad harder because you end up with more maybe harder chords, bar chords, and so on. So you do that. So I finished the middle 8 with a B7, and he actually sings that there. And then you end up with chord 5 in the key you're going to. So that would be C7. Of course, you can play it as a bar or as an open chord, and all of a sudden we're in the key of F. Let me see what's the lyrics. Everybody has a summer holiday, things I always wanted to. So we're going on summer holiday. Well, and so on. So now you have F, you have a D minor, you could play it as an open chord or as a bar 1, a G minus 7 instead of an F sharp minus 7, and then C7 or maybe down here. This, of course, really remains the same because it's all barred. I'll tell you about it in the lesson, don't worry about that. So, this is definitely the challenge for this song. I've seen people, you know, just stay in the key that they are, like in E or another one, whatever. Speaking of another one, I teach you this in the key of E. I've seen one of his guitar players play it in the key of D, so you can totally go from there as well. You end up with the same difficulties, I suppose. But I chose to, so I do share a little of it, I'm not sure. So I chose to go for the key of C. Why? Because actually then it is kind of easy-ish to incorporate the intro in there, as in there's this riff that Marvin plays, yes, playing 2 notes at least. I'm playing individual notes though. They're right there actually in the chords. It does require a little bit more of this hand, of course. The shapes are all higher, it'll sound higher even though on the 4th fret you're in the same absolute key, but the chords would be in the key of C. So that would be a C, an A minor to D minor, or with a dominant 7 to G7. Chord 3 in the middle 8 would be E minor, yes, and then an A D and too many keys in my head. A D7, yes, and then to G7 back to C. So let me talk about a little bit about the intro. Let me see if I can do this. Something like that. So it already gives you the illusion of the intro, which I like. You don't have to do exactly everything the same, whatever, but make it sound like as if it is, and otherwise find yourself another guitar player there. However, so the chord progression now would be the same structure-wise, you know, from 1 to 6 to 2 to 5. We're all going on some to throw that in E minor to E flat minor to D minor. Middle 8, we're going where the sun shines brightly, and again where the sea is blue. Maybe alternate bass notes, I do like that. Did I mention that already? Not sure. We've seen it in the movies, that's the way it's true. I'm messing up the lyrics, I'm sorry. I'm focused on playing this right for you. So, as you can see, that's quite a challenge there as well. All bar chords, quite high up the neck there. You would do pretty much the same thing if you would do it in the key of D, by the way. However, choices, options there. So, like I said, fun song, I would say, learn it, and, you know, ignore the key change if you want to, or throw it in there and work on your bar chords, work on all that. Of course, we take a look at the strumming. It's with swing feel. Like so, and well, I hope you enjoy learning this one. It's now uploaded in the target program at Totally Guitars. We have now like 5 Cliff Richard songs in there, so that is going to be a 5-pack, I'm sure. Yes, so if you like him, check that out as well.